know the one subject I always hated in school? Math! From my first day of school, I've always hated learning mathematics. See, math is one of those subjects where you either get it or you don't. And I'm one of those kids who didn't. My mom and I would practice math all day, and I would still fail. But my twin brother, on the other end, loved math. My brother Wes was always good at solving equations. It's like we were born with two different talents. Me being good at art, and my brother excelling at math. Now, the problem with failing math was having bad grades. See, I grew up with strict parents, and our household had one specific rule. If you get anything below a B on your report card, there will be consequences. That means no playing video games, no watching TV, no social media until you get your grades up. See, my parents grew up poor, and they truly believed education is the key to success. But what most parents don't realize is that not all kids are good at school. Some kids were born without the ability to be great students, and that's where this story begins. So it was a Monday morning at school. Now for first period, I had math class, so I get to math, look on the board, and it said we're having a test on Friday. Now remember, if I fail my test, I'm grounded for life. And one thing about me, I hate taking tests. I'm the type of kid that would prepare all week for a test, but as soon as I start taking one, for some reason, I get anxious and I forget all my work. Now, since I knew we had a test coming up, I got home and started studying. Each night I worked harder and harder and harder, but I just wasn't getting it. No matter how hard I worked, I couldn't get the right answers. So after days of working to my fullest capabilities, it was finally Thursday night, the night before my big test. I was terrified. Okay, Jason, just think of an idea to pass the test. So I start thinking and thinking and thinking, and after a little while, an idea came to my mind. See, the one advantage I have over most people is having an identical twin, and my brother's good at math. So I got to my brother like, Wes, I need a favor. What is it? I need you to switch places with me and take my math test. What? No. Mom and Dad are gonna kill us. No, they won't. But what if we get caught? I promise you, we won't. I'm not doing it. So my brother turns me down. I start thinking of a plan B, but then another idea came to my mind. So I rush back to Wes. Okay. If you switch classes with me, I'll do your chores for the whole month. Now, one thing I knew about my brother was he hated doing chores, and I knew I got him just where I wanted him. So Wes thinks about it, then thinks some more and goes, all right, but only this one time. Now, the plan was perfect. All we had to do was get to school, switch first period, Wes takes my test, and I go to PE, and everything works out perfectly. So, onward, and it's Friday morning. We get to school, but right before leaving, I go, Wes, remember, don't get an A, go for a B. See, my parents knew I wasn't good in math, and if I started getting straight A's all of a sudden, they'll get suspicious. So, Wes agrees, gets to class, and I go to gym. Gym was one of my favorite classes. I loved PE, so I was in my brother's class having the best time. Meanwhile, Wes was in math class taking my test. Now, first period was an hour long, so half an hour goes by. My brother finishes taking the test before all the kids. He looks around and notices there's still plenty of time left to go, so he decides to take a nap while all the other kids finish their test. But here's the problem. See, the girl who sat next to me knew I was bad at math. But for some reason, I had finished my test before all the other students. So she looks closer, pays a little more attention to my brother's face, and notices something different. See, if you didn't know, my brother and I have one little facial distinction. Wes has a scar on the bottom of his face, and I don't. Now, this is where things get interesting. See, while my brother was laying his head down, the girl next to him gets up, walks to the front, and has a talk with the teacher. Next thing my brother hears is, excuse me, Jason, or should I say, Wes? Now, my brother's perplexed. How did the teacher know? So, the teacher goes, I need you to come to the front office with me. So my brother gets up and goes to the principal's office. Meanwhile, I'm still in gym class. The telecom comes on, and I'm called to the front office. And now, I'm petrified. See, it finally dawned on me that my brother got caught. So I get to the principal's office, look up, and it's my brother and the school principal waiting for my arrival. So the principal goes, hello, Wes. Or is it Jason? Now, I didn't know what to do, but since I didn't want any trouble, I go, I'm Wes. And he's Jason. Now, the principal's confused. Who's Jason and who's Wes? He can't tell the difference. So, Mr. Ross thinks about it and comes up with the perfect plan. He puts Jason in one room and I in the other and calls my mother. Now, the one thing I never wanted to happen was for my parents to find out. See, I knew my mom and dad would be furious. Not only will they have to come to school, but they will have to take time off from work. So an hour goes by and my mother finally arrives. The door opens and it's my mother and Principal Ross standing in front of me. So Mr. Ross goes,
"Ma'am, is that Jason or Wes?"
Now I'm looking at my mother like, please don't call me Jason. I'll do anything. So my mother looks at me, takes a deep breath and goes, "That's Jason." See, my mother was an honest woman. But come on, guys. She could have lied just this one time. But oh no. Now my whole plan had come apart. It was so close, but yet so far. So with our secret revealed, the principal goes,
"Both of you will be getting an F for the day and ISS for the rest of the week."
So we leave school, get home, and my parents were furious. We got grounded for a whole month. No TV, no video games, no phones, no going outside. All we could do was study for the rest of the month. But you know what? Through all my mistakes, my mother taught me a very important lesson in life. There are no shortcuts to success. You have to do what's right, not what's easy. So, thanks, Mom. I'll always love you.